Ahoyhoy, Hank Buffington here, and what a crazy week it's been for Final Fantasy 15 news. So, it's been what, like 3 days since we last got our big batch of news in regards to the game, in regards to updates and that. And we only just yesterday got a whole heap of new information through the Active Time Report, which is a live stream the game producer, Hajime Hapita, hosts, and he just went more into detail about what's coming up with patches, what's coming up with the episodes, and there's some juicy information here for everyone. Alright, so to begin, we'll be talking about the 21st of February, which happens to be the release date for the booster pack. Now, to coincide with this booster pack, there'll be a major patch update with some pretty juicy notes in it. So, the biggest one for me so far that's been announced is the PS4 Pro Full HD 60 frames per second support. Now, as a Pro owner, this, like I said, this is a big deal, and I'm looking forward to playing the game with a smoother frame rate. Now, that's not saying the game will be running at 60 frames per second constantly. It just means that it will increase from the 30 frames the game is currently running on. The next bit of news is the level cap raise, which will now be 120. And I think that's to coincide with the release of the limited time quests. To begin, these quests will pretty much be hunts, so I'm guessing the hunt monsters will be a higher level, hence the raise. But in the future, it has been said that they'll be implementing other timed quests such as fishing, whatever other activities they decide to include with limited time. Now, I'm not a big photographer. I didn't really take that much photos during my time with Final Fantasy 15, but I know it's a big thing for a lot of players, so this bit of news will excite you guys. They're increasing the photo capacity from 150 to 200. So if your album is full, you've got another 50 photos to take, which will be great for those who like it. The last bit of news about this patch will be a portable music player for the Chocobo. So, I got a bit sick of the Chocobo theme myself, so I'm looking forward to that. And that's pretty much what we know about this patch. Now, in regards to the booster pack, we now have a bit more information about what's included in the booster pack plus, which is obviously the season pass version of the booster pack. We'll be getting a new weapon, the boost sword, which obviously is some kind of sword. We get a fishing rod called the dragon mod and a fishing reel called the aviole. Now, that is all obviously used to boost your way through the game, as is the Magitech exosuit, which unfortunately does have a bit of bad news attached to that. So the Magitech exosuit has been delayed. Apparently there were complaints from the publisher of Power Rangers saying it's a bit too similar to their suits. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that's a bit nitpicky for me. That's ridiculous, but copyright and that, so they don't really have much of a choice. So the Magitech exosuit will be delayed while it goes through a bit of a redesign. Onto the episodes, we now have a teaser trailer for episode Gladiolus, which is playing in the background. Now, as you can see, it plays a bit differently to Noctis, which is awesome. I did say in my previous video that each episode will have slightly different combat gameplay for each character, and Gladiolus looks like he fights pretty much like your standard action adventure character like Kratos or anyone like that, which I also hinted to in the previous video. It looks exciting. It looks like a pretty cool action beat 'em up, more so than when you're playing as Noct. To coincide with episode Gladiolus, we'll also be getting a patch that will add enhancements to the final few chapters of the game, including the notorious Chapter 13 that divided everyone. So, Chapter 13, you either loved it or hated it. Story-wise for me, I liked it. It made sense, but gameplay, nope. I hated it. So it's good to see that's getting a bit of love in that department. We'll see what happens there. With episode Prompto, there's still no new information. All we've been told is it will be very character driven. There'll be a lot of character development in episode Prompto, which kind of makes sense. You know, it sounds like it's going to happen in those chapters where you lose Prompto, and considering the revelation about Prompto in chapter 13, it seems like it is going to be extremely character driven. So we'll wait and see what happens there. There is this screenshot in the background though, so you can see he's looking a bit badass. He's looking like he's got nothing to lose, so we'll find out what that's about. So, if you're still with me to end the video, there's a couple of extra little bits of news we got. The first one is a survey that Square Enix is looking to host for each region. Now this survey will be a small kind of information gathering survey about what players want to see in future updates. It sounds like they're really pushing that kind of player feedback and giving the fans exactly what they want, which is awesome. Exactly how this survey will be laid out and how it will work will be announced at a later date. A bit of news that I am completely floored by, I never expected this to happen, is apparently they're developing the Regalia to be able to go off-road, so we'll actually be able to free drive the Regalia. There's a screenshot here that looks like the Regalia is on some sort of four-wheel drive setup, but this news is something that I never expected to hear. That's, you know, I thought they were done with the Regalia as far as gameplay goes, but that is going to be really cool going off-road with that. So that's a surprising one, that one, but something to look forward to. And the last bit of news we got is about the Platinum demo. Now, if you haven't played it yet, that's just a short demo where you play as Child Noctis. That will actually be taken offline on March the 31st. So if you haven't played it yet or you haven't downloaded it, grab it now before it goes offline. And that's the news. So as I said at the beginning, it's a lot of information, a lot of exciting news for any fans. It just sounds like they're going full hardcore into post-game for Final Fantasy 15, almost like it's a live MMO. You know, I play Final Fantasy 14 myself a lot, and I don't think 14 has as much updates coming out this quick, this fast as 15 does. So, you know, it's interesting to see them handling post-game like this. It's exciting. You know, hopefully this paves the way for games in the future as far as post-content support goes. So, and, you know, this is just a tip of it. This is the first few months of 2017. There's still a lot in store that we haven't heard about. So it's an exciting year for Final Fantasy fans. Anyway, thanks for tuning in the video. If you like what you heard, hit that like, hit that subscribe. Sharing is caring, and I will catch all of y'all later. Ciao.